Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Motherland Fort Salem, Season 1, Episode 1, Say the Words. I have seen when I've been looking up the titles that the show seems to now just be called Fort Salem. Has it changed its name? If you could let me know. This show came joint second in my Patreon poll, so I am very excited to be getting to watch it. I have been considering starting reacting to this for a while, so I'm glad that the time has come. All I really know about it is that it's set in a sort of alternate world in which I think like after the Salem witch trials there was some sort of treaty or something, and now you're kind of in a slightly women-dominated world, but I don't really know much more than that. It looks like there's some sort of military as well from the pictures, but I'm excited to see this show. If you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction, it is up on Patreon along with the second episode. I'll always be 2 episodes ahead of unedited on Patreon, 1 episode ahead of edited on Patreon, so if you want to jump ahead you can go to my Patreon, where you can also sponsor shows and see the unedited reactions of everything I do. But yeah, let's go now. Well, it seems like a happy America. There's that balloon. Is it going to explode? Is it a bomb balloon? Is it a bomb? Just a normal balloon. Okay then. Right? Okay, no, maybe not. Is it causing people to jump? What's happening? Why is everyone going to jump?
You're at a spree.
You're a terrorist. You do you? Oh, she's changed her appearance. Salem Accords, yep. Ooh, the session. Witch symbols on the flag. So is this show called Fort Salem or Motherland Fort Salem?
For the sacrifice you make.
Doesn't sound like she has a choice. Ah, so she heals people or helps them. I'm so excited to get into the grips of this show. Or does she take it on herself? Why are they in a sleeping bag on a roof?
This can't be the last time.
Listen.
You've got to respect no means no.
This is when you go to
Matrifocal allotment.
cook your own goodbye dinner because
Dear.
you're in such a hurry to get yourself killed.
Does she have a choice? It's conscription. You don't have a choice with conscription.
You're not gonna let this family down either, correct?
That's such a nice way to send your child off.
Bellwether to serve.
This is a lot more realistic than I thought it would be. Or like, kind of, this feels like a real world. All these parents showing their love in different ways. This is such a different vibe to it, the show, than I thought. The like picture of them all screaming did not do it justice.
Tully.
So she's done everything she could to stop her going to be conscripted, but she knows what she wants. No going back now.
Have a great flight. I will be happy to help you. Thanks. Okay.
So you get like first class treatment, or?
Boarding in 11 minutes.
Thank you for your service to our country.
So they're very respected here.
When I made a deal with the Massachusetts Bay Militia.
So you can live a very long time then, if she's the same woman.
With storm and fury.
Oh yeah.
This witch's place.
I love this show already. I'm really into it. She seems less, yeah, she's not keen.
My job is to keep you alive through basics so the military
That sounds promising.
if will rise or fall as units. That means how anyone in your unit performs during basic.
You must be Rael. Hi.
She's so happy.
And this is Abigail Bellwether.
Yep, they're
Sounds
roommates.
like we're going all the way together.
Onward to glory.
I love that she's got the single bed and they've got the bunk beds.
No way is that gonna pass inspection.
Cross that bridge, I guess.
They're gonna have problems, but I hope we get to watch them really bond over the course of this show.
I could just.
So far, Tali's that her name? She's my favourite. I can't wait. I'm loving everything we learn. I just want to learn everything about this world and these characters.
My mom died in a firefight in Liberia last year.
Oh, it's recent. Really
The
recent.
sand turned to glass around.
This is a nice, I mean, a really good way to learn a lot about them and for them to bond, but I still think that Rael and Bellwether, whose name I can't remember, the first name, they're gonna be a bit at odds.
For those we remember.
I just love everything about kind of the concept of all the rituals of magic and all the different stuff. I'm so excited for this show. Oh, what are you doing? She's not going to be happy with that if you're ditching out in the middle of class.
Shouldn't you be in training?
Shouldn't you? Yep, the older girls will mess with you.
Loads of fun.
Sorry, are you?
She's not, so
Do what they see everything.
ominous. Is this going to be one of those deals where there are things that are wrong with the system that the spree have right, but the spree's methods are wrong, or is it just going to be that like this is good, they are bad?
Stop blowing it.
If you're going to be like the head sergeant, you need to like get to know like the girls under you and like figure out why they're acting the way they're acting. So I like that she didn't like super discipline her or anything because I told you they were not going to get on, and poor Tali or whatever her name is not going to be happy.
We're supposed to have each other's backs.
Yes, please become friends. I want you to come like sisters.
Holding me back.
Oh goodness.
By another name. Oh, come on. You're gonna travel the world. Do something great.
I mean, I don't agree with conscription by any means, but there should be enough benefits to make you want to join.
I get that she's controversial.
No witch in history has more blood on
Oh.
her hands.
Part of what that Fort Salem is a witch's place.
That is true.
It's the only place where it's just us.
Tali so far is definitely my favourite, but it's early days. I'm just excited. I love all three of the main characters.
Is it ground spinning?
Technically, yes.
Might have been a joke. We work with the dead. They keep us away from the general populace.
I definitely sense a spark between these two. I think she's found something to make her want to stay. Salva, that's what makes you fly, because one of her grandmas died when her salva ran out, right? I'm so enjoying all the magic in this, like how it works, because it just feels like there's some sort of like high fantasy or whatever, but this is really like realistic, like just an alternate world. I love it. I've said that a lot, but this was definitely worth sneaking off from. And it ran out.
What were you thinking?
Oh no.
We need to get you both to the infirmary.
Oh my goodness, why? Oh dear, there's a dark side to this. So why would does Salva have bad?
But my eyes are on you.
She's a troublemaker, both of them are. Oh goodness, her eyes are on you. Does she want to ask for a new team member, or how is this woman? Is this woman secretly evil? Is that going to be a twist?
I want to be reassigned.
Ooh. Is that a big no-no?
Bring that girl round till she's right.
You can do it, Abigail.
This is not your experience when you were called.
Yep.
Blame our fearless
Cold
leader.
and tired.
Her high haughtiness, General Petra Bell.
This explains why Rael's the way she is. Oh god. Gonna work out some fury. Oh god. I think she's pretty strong. This is going very swimmingly.
Today.
And she wasn't asking to take you with her.
I just heard you try to bail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you. Oh, I know. But you were still willing to throw me away. She's
Yep.
holding you back too. I denied.
I like Harley. She has a backbone, even though she's kind to people.
I'm the one who should walk.
I love her already. I like all three of them, but she's so far the one that like I just love.
No way out.
Is she a spree
No way.
person? And I want to ship them because I was, but now I feel like, is she dangerous? I don't trust her.
Your units are...
You need to work as a team. Come on. Is she too powerful? Is that it? That's why she doesn't want to do it, because she's too much. They are, well, I mean, she is very powerful, so all of them are. She's trying hard so she can escape somehow one day.
Well done.
Slightly different from the first day, second day.
You're special, you guys.
We got off to a bad start.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Helped. Look forward to continuing to find ways to be an efficient unit. But we don't have to be friends.
Yes, you do, because I say so.
It's supposed to keep you safe in war. I wanted to ask him, was she wearing it?
Yeah.
How come it didn't work for her?
Oh. You're all gonna become sisters, I've decided. Oh no. She got in. So is she gonna try and attack the candidates? Because that would be... Oop, one hell of a way. Oh, changing her appearance. Is that all her appearance back to... Oh no! She is, isn't she? So that's her true face. And then she hides behind another face. So she's the... Oh no! Rael's falling for a spree person. I told you she wanted to recruit her to the spree. Oh god. Just don't put your hammer on the back because it'll burn. Oh Rael. I'm very stressed now. Oh, that was so good. Okay, I absolutely loved that episode so much more than I was expecting to. Like, I've seen some people react to it, I've seen about the show, I've been looking forward to watching it, but that was a really strong pilot. I loved the world building. I think the title sequence actually did a really good job of world building on it by its own, which is always handy. I'm intrigued more about the session, like, is America still both halves, or like what? I hope that's going to get explained a little bit at some point, but I think my favourite thing about this show, other than the strong characters, is how grounded it feels in reality, despite the fact that they are witches and this is an alternate version of the world, because obviously, like, there are no witches, I mean, or at least, you know, not like this. But it felt real, it felt like a world you could step into and be living in, and I just think the whole concept of that, you know, after Salem there were real witches and that they, you know, fight the wars for everyone, and that kind of there's this terrorist organisation that's trying to stop the conscription. I think there's going to be so much more backstory there that we're going to learn. And you know, I don't necessarily like Adler, I think that's her name. If she's been around since the beginning as well, that's always, whenever a sorceress is like hundreds of years old, that's one that you got to watch out for. But I think it's probably not going to be as simple as just, oh, the Fort Salem people are good and the Spree are bad. No, obviously the Spree are worse because they are just killing innocent people, making them commit suicide, so like I do not support them so far, or ever, I will not support them. But I think maybe the main character is going to have to confront the fact that everything isn't wonderful and rosy on their side. As things stand as well, I like that the fact that the three of them come from the three main characters were such strong, different characters. They each bring something different, which I think is why they're going to ultimately work really well together. You've got Abigail, who's very much the sort of preppy one, the one that has always been with a family where you will succeed. Like, you're not going to make our family, you're not going to disgrace our family. When, like, you know, that's not a good pressure to put on your child. But she's very much, you know, she wants to follow the rules, she wants to be perfect, she wants to rise to the top and to do as her family did, like the legacy. Then you have Tali, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce these names yet, who is from a family that had an exemption where she didn't have to go because so many of her mum's sisters had died, and she is doing it because she truly looks at the state of the world and the terrorism and wants to do something about it. And that is something in real life. You know, the army or whatever sees an uptick in volunteers after terrorist attacks. So I think she's got noble motivations in doing this, and I think she so far is my favourite character, and that's just because she is someone that at first glance might appear like the weakest one, because she's kind and she sort of she's not overly aggressive at people. I mean, yeah, maybe we're going to see a whole other side of her at some point, but so far she seems just friendly and kind and just dedicated and just sweet. But she has got a backbone of steel. She stands up for what she believes in. She's willing to do what she wants, to stand up for what she wants. She's not going to just, you know, say, well, Abigail, please don't leave me. You know, she'd be like, you shouldn't, like, what, like, I'm the one who should be trying to, like, I really, really liked her, so I really admired her. And then you have Rael, who is still grieving. I mean, she's still straight in the grief of losing her mother in the war, who doesn't want to be there, who would rather be with her father, who would rather be healing innocent people, or just people at home, who is selfless in that sense because, you know, she took on that woman's pain, she didn't have to, and who is really struggling with every part of being there because it wasn't her choice, and because she knows that everything isn't as rosy and as perfect as they make it out to the recruits, which is the case with all wars, you know, especially World War One, all the propaganda, and then you go there to the trenches and it's awful. So I would like to think that this show is going to, over the course of it, we're going to see those three girls bonding and becoming sisters and becoming so close. I'm happy to get to know other people as well, but I'm really excited for that because I really liked all three of their characters and they all had such different backstories and different personalities, but I think they will complement each other really well. Obviously the spree is dangerous, and Raelle is exactly the kind of person who is susceptible to being swayed by them. I'm hoping that all the joint terrorist attacks are going to be enough that if her friend, ever her girlfriend, I suppose, you know, her lover, ever outright says join spree, she's gonna not want to, maybe play her along or something, but I could see her, if she opens up about her mother to her, using that, because obviously there are things wrong with the military system as it is. And I don't agree with conscription, but I suppose if the drafts are getting smaller as it is, then that's when they're going to want conscription. So yeah, I think there's so many interesting parts, and the world building in this one episode was brilliant. We really kind of, I feel like I have a real sense, like there's stuff I still want to know. I still want to know, you know, what was that session in the middle and what is the difference, what exactly happened, and then they seem to suggest that every country in the world's military was witches, so is the whole world the same? Are they at war just with the spree, or are there other wars going on? There's still a lot of stuff we need to learn, but what we have got so far for a pilot is very impressive, and I love the magic, the kind of ritual nature of it. You can really, the magic just feels like it's inherited, it feels like it's tradition, and I really like that. And obviously the sort of feministness of the show I love, and just I'm really enjoying this show. Like I knew I would like it, you know. I only react to shows that I'm pretty sure I will like, because otherwise it's a really bad reaction, but I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm really glad I did. I'm glad it came second in my poll. If you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction, please check it out on my Patreon. There are 2 episodes ahead up there, and next week's edited version is already up on Patreon as well if you want to check that out. By becoming a patron, and you can sponsor shows, and I'm not very good at this whole patron thing, but yeah, this was a brilliant show. Thank you so much for watching. Well, before I go, these shows reactions, actually you're seeing this on a Friday, yeah, on a Friday, and they'll be out every Friday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.